Men, I need you to listen, and I need you to discard every piece of conventional dating advice you be ever heard. The polite guides, the friendly tips, the articles telling you to just be yourself. They are not just wrong. They are actively sabotaging you. What I am about to share is not an opinion. It is a clinical dissection of a psychological war you are fighting without even knowing it. Here is the fundamental, unforgiving truth. Modern dating apps are not tools for connection. They are neurological conditioning machines that have fundamentally and perhaps irreversibly rewired the female brain. They operate on the same principles as a casino slot machine, designed to addict, desensitize, and ultimately create a state of perpetual dissatisfaction. If you do not understand the rules of this new psychological landscape, you are not just destined to lose. You are being farmed for your time, your validation, and your robe. Most men operate under a fatal assumption. You believe you are communicating with a woman. You think your clever opening line, your thoughtful compliments, and your well-articulated intentions are what she is judging you on? This is a catastrophic error. You are not talking to her logical mind. You are broadcasting signals to her ancient, primal nervous system that has been hijacked by modern technology. Think of it this way. For millennia, a woman's survival and reproductive success depended on her ability to accurately assess a man's value within a small, stable tribe. Her brain evolved to be a hypersensitive scanner for signals of status, strength, social dominance, and genetic fitness. Words were cheap. Signals were everything. Now, place that ancient brain in the environment of a dating app. It is no longer scanning a tribe of 50 or 100 men. It is processing a fire hose of digital stimuli. Every swipe is a microjet. Every picture of a man on a yacht, in a private jet, or surrounded by beautiful people is a data point. Her brain isn't just seeing pictures. It is receiving thousands of neurological hits of high-status male imagery. This creates what psychologists call a distorted cognitive baseline. The average man is no longer being compared to the other men in her town. He is being subconsciously benchmarked against the top 0.1% of men globally, whose curated lives are presented as an endless, accessible buffet. Your sincere message is not competing with another man's message. It is competing with the dopamine rush she got from matching with a man who looks like a celebrity. You are trying to have a conversation while her brain is hooked up to a digital foredrip of validation and fantasy. This is the environment you are walking into, and words alone will not save you. This is where we move beyond the problem and into the secret of control. Women do not respond to isolated actions. They respond to signal clusters. An attraction signal is never a single data point. It is a pattern of behavior that her subconscious brain recognizes and categorizes in milliseconds. The average man sends a cluster of low-value signals without even realizing it. For example, instant text replies signals neediness and lack of other options. Excessive compliments signals supplication and a desire to seek her approval. Asking for permission, would you like to go out sometime? Signals a lack of leadership and masculine frame. This cluster screams provider, beta, safe. Her nervous system, now accustomed to the intense stimuli of high-stakes digital competition, finds this cluster boring. It produces no dopamine spike, no cortisol-fueled tension, no neurological intrigue. You are immediately filtered into the maybe pile, which is a graveyard for male attention. Now, consider a high-value signal cluster. Delayed, purposeful communication. Signals a busy, important life. Playful teasing instead of compliments. Signals confidence and a refusal to supplicate. It creates emotional spikes. Stating intention, we should grab a drink Thursday night. This assumes leadership and sets the frame. This cluster triggers her primal switches. It signals dominance, scarcity, and a challenge. This is the biological reality. Her brain has been conditioned by the apps into a state of dopamine addiction. Just like a gambler needs bigger and bigger bets to feel the same rush, the modern female brain, after endless swiping, requires increasingly potent signals of male value to feel attraction. Nice and predictable are the psychological equivalent of a flatline. They don't register. This leads to a phenomenon I call attraction numbness. After being exposed to a constant stream of artificially inflated male profiles, her nervous system becomes desensitized to the signals of normal, healthy men. She can swipe past a man who is a great catch, in reality ambitious, kind because his digital signals don't provide the intense neurological jolt her brain now craves. She might even consciously want a man like that, but she can no longer feel attraction for him. Her hardware has been rewired. To gain an advantage, you must stop thinking like a suitor and start thinking like a neuroscientist. You must understand the biological machinery you are interacting with. Dopamine and cortisol dynamics. Every match is a dopamine hit. Every ignored message is a non-event. This creates an addictive loop of seeking validation. However, attraction is not just about pleasure. It's about tension. Introducing cortisol, the stress hormone, through unpredictability and challenge, creates a potent psychological cocktail. When you are the source of both the dopamine rush from your validation and the cortisol spike from your withdrawal, you become neurologically unforgettable. You become the addiction. Hypergamy on steroids. Hypergamy, the female instinct to seek a partner of equal or higher status, is not a new concept, but dating apps have put it on a global, digital scale. The tribe is now 8 billion people. This has created an optimization paradox. Women are driven to constantly optimize their choice, believing the perfect partner is just one more swipe away. This is not a conscious choice. It's an instinctual drive, amplified by technology. This is why women will ghost a perfectly good man. The possibility of a better man feels more real than the reality of the man in front of them. Attention as a devalued currency. In the digital marketplace, male attention is the most oversupplied and therefore worthless commodity. Women on dating apps receive a deluge of it. Compliments, likes, and messages are so abundant they have lost all meaning. The only attention that retains value is qualified and scarce attention. Your attention should be a reward that she earns, not a gift you freely give. By withholding it, you instantly differentiate yourself from the 99% of men who give it away for free, and your perceived value skyrockets. The oxytocin blockade. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone, released during deep connection, trust, and physical intimacy. The fast-paced, disposable nature of app dating actively prevents oxytocin from building up. Relationships remain shallow because the brain's reward system is optimized for novelty, dopamine over connection, oxytocin. A woman can go on dozens of dates without ever feeling a true bond, leaving her feeling empty and perpetually searching. The man who understands how to bypass the dopamine loop and trigger oxytocin through genuine, masculine presence and emotional depth becomes irreplaceable. Understanding the theory is useless without practical application. Here is how you use this knowledge to gain a decisive advantage. Master frame control. The frame is the unspoken context of the interaction. The man who asks, "When are you free?" is operating within her frame. He is the supplicant. The man who states, "I can make time for a drink Thursday," is setting the frame. He is the leader. Never enter her frame. Make her qualify for yours. This is a powerful dominant signal that cuts through the digital noise. Implement emotional spike theory. Stop being so predictable. Use a technique called push-pull. Give a compliment the push, then immediately follow it with a playful tease or a take away the pull. "That's a beautiful dress. You have great taste." For a girl who probably spends all her money on clothes, this creates a mini emotional roller coaster. It's intriguing, it's high status, and it makes her brain light up in a way that a simple compliment never could. Engineer digital scarcity and preselection. Your online profile and communication style must scream abundance and high value. Do not be available 24/7. Let hours, even a day, pass before you respond. Your profile pictures should hint at a life filled with activity, social proof, and purpose. Photos of you engaged in a passion, surrounded by friends, both male and female, or in his status environments signal that you are a prize to be won, not a pursuer. You have a choice. You can hear this information, feel a momentary sense of clarity, and then go back to the same frustrating patterns, hoping that one day you'll get lucky. You can continue to play a rigged game, feeding your validation into a system designed to exploit you, leaving you ghosted, frustrated, and alone. Or you can accept the biological reality. The world has changed. The psychology of attraction has been hijacked by algorithms. Society will not teach you this. It benefits from compliant, confused men. It wants you to believe in romantic comedies while you are fighting in a psychological war zone. This knowledge is your weapon. It is a secret key to unlocking the female mind in the modern age. It is your only path to moving from a position of weakness and confusion to one of power, control, and mastery. Every day you ignore this truth is a day you choose to remain a victim of the system. If this resonates with you, if you feel the truth in these words deep in your bones, then your education has just begun. What I have given you today is merely the blueprint, the specific techniques, the word-for-word scripts, the advanced strategies to make you the center of her neurological world. That is the knowledge I reserve for the men who are serious about winning Subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell, because failing to do so is a choice to remain in the dark. Here's your ultimatum. You can either master the science of attraction, or you can be mastered by it. You can be the man who understands and controls the signals, or you can be the man who is filtered out and forgotten. There is no middle ground. The choice is yours.